Hi, I'm Lily Downing, a partner at Downing Udane. We have an art advisory and gallery here in Fairfield County. In our rapidly changing world, it's very hard for artists and collectors to meet. That's why we're here in Penny Putnam's studio, so we can get to know the artist behind the art.
Lily, welcome to my studio.
Thanks for having me. Penny, when I see your work, I see clearly an influence from post-war abstract expressionism. But how do you approach your work?
Well, you know, it's interesting. I've always liked abstract expressionism. It's got a lot of action and it's alive. And there's activity in my painting too, but it's more nuanced. So I like to start without an idea, but a feeling. And over time, as the painting develops, the history of putting it together is action in a way that when you look at the work, every time it's a little different. You begin to notice things that you didn't see before, and that makes them fun to live with.
Your paintings on the surface are beautiful, but yet there's something much deeper to these pictures. I see sometimes small little elements, almost like an anchor. Can you talk to me about those?
The paintings are beautiful. I want that first, but then very quickly I want there to be some harmony and some mystery, and the mystery is really important. Otherwise, they're just pretty. There's a way of enlivening a portion of a painting that might be just beautiful color with an unexpected little spot or texture of something that doesn't seem to belong, and that makes you look at it again. Every time you come into the room, you might notice it differently. And to me, that represents the beauty of a little thing I might have found in the woods or on the beach that you go, wow, what a neat thing. And in the context of a painting where it may not actually belong, it's exciting. I think it's exciting to me, and I think it's what keeps people looking again and again at the same painting and not getting tired of it.
And are those found objects that you put, you mentioned a leaf or a piece of glass, is that something that you've carried with you traditionally throughout your life, or is this something that you're just doing now?
Oh, when I was a kid in Indiana, I was really shy, not many friends, but I had a great time by myself in the woods. And I would find all kinds of stuff on the ground, feathers, stones, sometimes a skeleton of a little bird that didn't make it through the winter. And I'd pick them up and bring them home and think, wow, here's a little thing that's so simple and beautiful and natural that nobody noticed, but now I noticed and I have it. I love the idea of a simple little thing which would have been overlooked and left on the beach or in the woods becoming the heartbeat of a painting just by introducing some aspect of that object into a painting.
Penny, let's talk about the anchors a little more. You had mentioned finding a feather or a little animal skull. I see an anchor in Why Not? Tell me about that little piece of gold.
I discovered in my pile of stuff a stencil, alphabet stencils that are used to make signage, and there was one that's a Y, a stencil for the letter Y. And so I just collaged it there. The color seemed to fit. There was no other reason. The square edges on top of something that was totally just patina seemed to be a nice edge. And then it struck me, oh, if this is done, it's going to be called Why Not?
And the painting that's over here?
That's Poem Tree. Now that one, the little spot of turquoise that looks about the size of a thumbprint with a little scratching in it, that was the last thing to go on that painting. The dark shape that comes down, it's a little scary. And then I bring in this little thumbprint of a beautiful turquoise, peaceful something, and it makes everything okay.
So often people have objects in their studio and they bring them back and they influence their paintings. But what I love, what you just said, is the fact that it's not necessarily the object. It could be the place in the day. It could be the sky. It could be the color of the tree where the stone was on the ground.
Yeah. And don't you wonder, I wonder, everyone is excited about a sunset. Everyone gets a wonderful feeling when trees bloom in the spring. All humans, all nationalities, we react to this. What is that? What is that? So I've tried to get into a painting, the feeling of that, try to understand the mystery of it without giving you more than just a hint of what it might be. I mean, the way wind flows, the way surf sounds, we all respond to that. It's a big deal. It's a big part of happiness. So the paintings try to capture whatever that is without telling you what it is, without giving it a name.
Penny, we're sitting here in front of these two amazing pictures, Swim Team and After Dark. Swim Team is quick, it's large, it's spontaneous. After Dark is tight, it's labored, and yet when it's finished, it's still joyous. Tell me about how you make one so quickly and one that you spend a lot of time on.
This one, Swim Team, was done very quickly. And it was an idea. My idea was I wanted to do something very, very spontaneous. It's going to be about the paint. It's going to be loose, flowy paint, and it's going to have a lot of action, and it's going to be beautiful to look at, but we don't know what it is. And I think that worked. The other one, After Dark, is very labored. It's probably a buildup of 6 or 8 paintings. The fun part, though, is it has so many little spontaneous objects, weird things that might be in the air after the sun goes down, or under the sea, or crawling around in your bed. I don't know. They are alive. They are simple. They have a simple life, and there's movement in that painting, even though it's not just 2 beautiful colors quickly singing out.
Penny, thanks for the wonderful visit.
Lily, it was really fun to have you here.
If you want to see more works by Penny Putnam, come visit us at the barn. Call, make an appointment, and we would be delighted to welcome you.